Hello, everyone. This is Mikhail Casanova. This is going to be a bit of a different type of video because this is something that I I don't normally like to dive into anything that's within the social political landscape because I dislike the negativity that generates and creates. So, oftentimes I don't feel qualified to speak on things because I don't know enough information. I don't have the time to often devote to learning about a lot of things. But in this situation, I wanted to talk about the situation with Sydney Agudon and the casting for Lilo and Stitch live action movie. Now, you guys might be wondering, why is he talking about that? What does he have to do? He just lives in Hawaii. Well, yeah, I live in Hawaii, but I'm also Kanaka Maoli, which means that I'm Native Hawaiian. And on top of being Native Hawaiian, I'm also Samoan. I'm also Black, Dominican, and I'm also Japanese and Native American, Cherokee. You know, I have a very diverse background. If you have ever come to Hawaii or lived in Hawaii, we are we are technically the melting pot of the Pacific Ocean. And we're so intermixed. So you'll get people who are Hawaiian or Hapa, as we like to say, and which basically means mixed. And they look like me, the same skin tone as me, features and all that. And then you also have those who look like my daughter or they look like my wife, who are, very light skinned, or ones that look like Sydney Agadon, who are very light skinned. So it's the TLDR is this is a rant from Hawaiian on the discourse surrounding casting of the live action Lilo and Stitch movie. So if you are going to be offended or triggered, I don't care. You can leave the room. But here we go. So I keep seeing, Twitter and social media platforms, how so many people, especially those who aren't Kanaka Maoli or Native American, meaning Native Hawaiian, or from Hawaii, are getting angry at the casting of Sydney Agudon, as well as Malai Kealoha and Kehao Machado. And it's astounding, given it's something that us locals and Hawaiians aren't angry about. Sydney is Native Hawaiian and Filipino, born and raised on Kauai and studied at the University of Hawaii. It's disheartening when a local Hawaiian wahine, which means girl Hawaiian, or a kane, which means guide, or male Hawaiian, who can give us representation, gets this amazing role and opportunity just to be belittled online for being fair skinned, or light, bright, damn near white skin. It's honestly disappointing and it's disgusting because culture and heritage is not skin color deep. It's not just skin deep either. Not all Hawaiians or Polynesians look like what you saw in the Lilo and Stitch movie or the TV series, nor what you see in TV shows, movies, commercials, etc. They can be light or dark skin, but that doesn't determine how Hawaiian or Polynesian we are. I'm Kanaka Maoli, which means I'm Native Hawaiian. I'm Samoan, Black, Dominican, Japanese, I'm Cherokee. You know, on top of knowing Olelo Hawaii and my Kuleana, which is my responsibility in Olelo Hawaii, language. And yet I know and have family and friends who are way more steeped in the culture than I am and are light to fair skin like Sydney. And even if you don't know as much or any at all, if you're Hawaiian, Kanaka Maoli, or if you're Papa, that is fine. I'm just sick of the discourse. Like, I'm seeing from people who know nothing of our culture, language, traditions, or history other than a goddamn Disney animated movie that they enjoyed from 2002 that also had some stereotypical and racial undertones of caricatures of what they think Hawaiians look like. There is no universal look for Hawaiians or Polynesians as a whole, and it's just annoying. these people, they speak like authorities on why Sydney and the cast aren't Hawaiian when they know nothing of our cultural people. They don't know anything about our culture or our people. It's amazing seeing that the very people who are constantly talking about representation, attacking her for not being light skinned, you know, or rather for being light skinned and for, also being white looking, because apparently that's a negative thing, or whitewashing, you know, a character that I guess they identified with, and for not being dark skinned. Sydney and the rest of the cast being given roles for this film. It challenges people's biases of what they believe what a Hawaiian or Polynesian is. And, it gives hope to people here in Hawaii and in all the Pacific Islands of various cultures who may feel like getting opportunities like this are impossible. I hope people eventually stop judging others based on skin color and judge people on the content of character, because all this situation has shown is how rampantly racist a lot of people are and how ignorant of it they are, especially the ones that are the most vocal about representation and cultural appropriation. Sydney doesn't deserve the hate, slander, the harassment, the ill will, and more, nor does any of the cast. My hopes are that she goes on to do a phenomenal job in the role and continue to inspire people of Hawaii and maintain her aloha spirit. We're proud of you, Sydney, Maia, Kahau, and the rest of the cast. Maintain your aloha spirit and keep doing what you're doing and inspiring us here on the islands and inspiring us, to do more and be more, not only just here in Hawaii, but around the world. That's what I wanted to say when I talk about that. Well, it's unfortunate. And just seeing how people have been acting about this has been deplorable. I've been sick of seeing the feedback. And like I said, it's people who watched the 2002 anime movie and all of a sudden they're experts on it, or they've seen commercials about what Hawaii is, and they've seen commercials about or TV shows or movies that depict Hawaii. These are the same people that think that we live in grass huts. These are the same people that here in 2023 don't know that Hawaii is a state within the United States. They think it's a separate country. And yeah, Hawaii was a country at one point, but it's been part of the United States for close to a century. And it's just amazing that in this day and age, with all this access to technology and everything, the palm in your hands, people are more ignorant now than they've been in many points in history. Just basic common knowledge people should know. And, just I'm tired of it. I'm tired of seeing people going after her the way they have.
I'm so disappointed and disgusted about the discourse surrounding the Lilo and Stitch live action casting. A lot of you guys who are not Kanaka Maoli, not Native Hawaiian, not Pacific Islander, are getting way too comfortable in deciding who gets to be Indigenous or not. I absolutely think there is a conversation to be had about colorism in TV and film, especially when it comes to casting our communities. Casting directors will always go for more white presenting or Asian presenting Native Hawaiian people as opposed to darker skin, curlier hair, more indigenous looking Hawaiian people. But it's really gross to see, again, a lot of you guys who are not Native Hawaiian trying to say that Sydney isn't Hawaiian, when she is. She has friends and former classmates that are vouching for her, and when you are from Hawaii, it's a small community here. When you guys are saying that she isn't Hawaiian, you are also telling Hawaiian people who look like her that they aren't Hawaiian either. We don't do that. We don't judge someone's Hawaiianness based off of physical appearances or blood quantum. That is colonizer mentality, and you guys are sounding like colonizers. I know that outside of most indigenous communities, people like to shun and gatekeep light skin or mixed race people, but we don't do that. Like, you guys can go ahead and exclude people from your communities because they are lighter skin or they're mixed, and you guys can go ahead and shun them and contribute to cultural erasure and extinction of your communities, but we don't do that. Now, do I wish that Disney had casted someone else for Nani and given more opportunities for darker skinned Hawaiians? Absolutely. See, we can do that without denying Sydney's heritage. And now, recently, this is happening to my former classmate who got cast as David, and now he's getting the same backlash because people think that he's too light or that he's not Hawaiian, when one, he is Hawaiian, and two, he actually does have dark brown skin. You guys are just going off of an Instagram picture where he's in a studio with lights on him, and you think that's his natural skin tone. Like, even for me right now, I look like this, but if you were to see me in real life, I am darker. You guys think that you're helping us, but you're not. You're actually harming our communities. So I ask that if you cannot have this, discussion about colorism without denying someone's indigeneity, stay in your lane.
The whole thing is absolutely disgusting to me. And looking at this type of attack, of someone who, the entire cast rather, that, just happy to finally get a major break, because being here in Hawaii is so hard to get opportunities, especially acting in theater, and many of the entertainment fields, because we don't really have those options here. Typically, we'd have to go to California or go to New York, and struggle to get those opportunities. And for the majority of this cast to be from here, from Hawaii, from Maui, Lanai and others, islands out here, to get those opportunities and then be chastised and villainized and demonized for it because they're fair skinned. I thought the whole point of representation was about representing your culture, your people. And that's being done here. But these same people, these hypocrites, they have issue with the representation not being the right skin color. And it's ridiculous. I hope, Sydney and the cast don't take this stuff too deeply, because it's just ridiculous. You want to dive deeper into it, like you look at the cyberbullying that this is created, like this era of cowards that take no accountability for what they do, but they are comfortable getting behind a keyboard to attack other people. It's sickening. We could have a whole discussion about this around the negative mental health that negative effects on mental health that this could do, especially as, Maya being as young as she is playing Lilo. And even Sydney as young as she is, and Kahao. It's just, it needs to stop. People who have become the loudest about representation and other things, I don't think they realize that they have in turn become the very thing they claim to hate. They are the very racist that they are. And racism isn't dead. It isn't just white people or haoles or palangis being white or being racist. It's literally, at this point, the roles have shifted. We're seeing blatant, open racism from groups of people very openly, but then they get a pass because it's colorism. No, let's call it for what it is. It's racism. It's horrible. It's not acceptable, and it needs to stop. And what also needs to stop speaking about a culture you know nothing about, a group of people you know nothing about, people that you think is based off of a cartoon and an animated movie from 2002, something you think is what we as Hawaiians, Polynesians are supposed to look like, we're supposed to be, because you assume. No, it needs to stop. It's ridiculous. Travel the world, get to know people, because the problem with this current era where they want to get outraged about stuff and they want to push for changes and things is that they don't have a basis and foundation and understanding and knowledge of stuff that they're trying to change or be outraged or cancel. It's just people want to feel important, and they go about it the wrong way. Attacking these Hawaiians the way they are, it's not fair. Anyways, that's all I gotta say. Hopefully, um, there are takeaways that you guys got from this, and if not, hey, it is what it is. I say what I need to say. Yeah, I'll catch y'all in the next one.